Welcome to Get Moving TV. I'm Dr. Chris Landon and I serve as your host. Here in Ventura County, we have so many people who care for our citizens. I'm part of a healthcare system. We have a safety net that is woven so tightly that no child can fall through it. But people have other security needs. They need housing, they need to have food, but they need enrichment of their minds as well. We're going to start our show tonight with Fran McNeill from Food Share. Now, when I went to Food Share, gosh, probably 15 years ago to put together a meal for Thanksgiving, there were sacks of potato chips and a lot of things, day-old breads that were more like 4 or 5 days old. I think things have changed. So tell us a little bit about the history of your organization.
They've changed significantly. We're now in our 34th year of feeding the hungry in Ventura County. We started in a family garage, and with the idea that growers, farmers, ranchers, asking them if they would please leave that which is left that we see when we drive down the field after harvest for our gleaners to come and pick it up. We still have an active gleaning program today. But we've evolved now to 2 warehouses for 29,000 square feet. And we're in Oxnard near, let's see, we're out on Vineyard, off of Vineyard, out in the industrial area. But we feed now when we look at 2 years ago, just to give you the difference, the need was about 54,700. We were feeding every month. This year it's 74,500. So the economic crisis has impacted everyone, as you well know, with healthcare needs, housing needs, and particularly food. But that's a basic survival. And it's unfortunate that we have this problem, but it's throughout the nation. It's not just in our county. But I think it really is important for people to understand that there are hungry people in this county that we're helping through over 150 partner agencies throughout the county.
Yeah, there's food security and being insecure about whether you're going to eat today. It's just, and for my children.
Right. That's right. And sometimes it's not whether I'm going to eat today. Sometimes it's, am I going to eat at all, or am I going to have to skip a meal in order to pay for medicine, rent, transportation to keep gas in the car, to keep my job. So many people, we know across the nation, as we've done assessments, only 10% of the people that we're feeding through the food bank networks are homeless. The rest are working, and they can't make ends meet. So we have multiple programs, in addition to our pantry partners that I mentioned, who distribute throughout the county. And those programs serve children all the way through seniors. The children's program, the most recent one that we launched a year ago, is called a Kids Farmers Market. And the children in that get actual nutrition education lessons. They get to prepare a recipe with healthy food. And as you say, we've changed our food model as well from what you saw 15 years ago. We're very much committed to health and well-being in addition to feeding. So the children prepare a healthy recipe, they get to taste test it, and then they get to go through a shopping experience like a farmer's market with fresh produce, fresh fruits and vegetables. They get their bag and they go through and they pick out their fresh produce and they take it home with the recipe of the day. There's always physical activity included in those markets. We have contract nutritionists who provide the lessons. And we started with 3 pilot sites, and we now have 5, and we're looking for opportunities to expand, as you know. And we have a lot of people on the waiting list that really would like to see this happen on a broader level. We do have our community market, which is formerly known as a produce outreach. There are 9 sites throughout the county, and we take bins of fresh produce. And those are distributed free of charge, usually once a month. There are a couple of sites that do twice a month for access to fresh, healthy food. The senior programs that we operate, there are 2 of them. We contract with the cities of Oxnard and Ventura for the home delivered meals programs called a senior nutrition program. And the cities purchase the food, but it's chosen by the registered dietitian at the Area Agency on Aging, specific to seniors' needs. And they get, there are varying packages that they get depending on what their capacities for storage is. But they'll get some frozen meals as well as fresh supplemental produce, salad, vegetables, and dairy with that. And then our other senior program is the Brown Bag program, and that's probably the longest running one of all, and we're serving over 2,000 seniors throughout the county now. They get supplemental bags of groceries every 2 weeks, and there are 32 sites that serve those seniors. There are 5 sub-sites. Some of the 32 pack the bags, and then they're taken to the other sites. And there are some volunteers that deliver those meals to the homebound seniors that can't get to the location. They also, they're very, very dedicated. I have to say, you know, we have a staff, a paid staff of 29, but we really say we have a staff of 300 and about 30 or 40. And without those volunteers, we couldn't do it. It's an amazing effort.
Well, how can we donate? How can every year we write a check and we participate in many of the locavore activities. Yeah. What are some of those associated activities that you've been doing this last year?
Well, we always do a Tackle Hunger Drive, which is our holiday drive that goes through the holiday season and usually starts at the 1st of November. This year it went through Super Bowl, and we called it Tackle Hunger. We will have coming up in May the National Letter Carriers Drive. That is a national event. And on one day in May, the post office is gracious enough to pick up bags of groceries that are placed by mailboxes. And so we're asking for shelf-stable items, of course, particularly protein, healthy stews, soups, those kinds of things for shelf-stable goods. And that is a huge drive, but it's national. And so we appreciate the post office, you know, supporting us in that way.
Well, we're going to give our audience lots of information about how they can support Food Share. So, Ventura, we need nutrition for our bodies. We've got 75,000 people requiring extra food every month. So you give us a hand. So Fran, thank you so much for joining us. It's good to see you on the Healthy Eating, Active Living, Lean VC, all the committees we have. We're going to get this thing going.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks
all right.
Again.
Thank you.
Cut.